Okay, let me just go through this comment section. Firstly, right, to this guy over here, whatever your name is, Solid, just eat your KFC and stop gaslighting the blacks. Firstly, do not care what anyone says to me. You can say I'm fat, you can say I'm ugly, you can say KFC, you can say whatever. It doesn't matter to me, It's just words, right? And just like I say to you, my friend, just go fix your nose, because maybe you're getting a bit upset that, yeah, you must look black, okay? You must look uh, very much like African and Fijian. Now, don't be offended if I say things on my video that's going to upset people, because in the end of the day, what I say is the truth. Okay, and to be honest, I love KFC. I enjoy eating it. Okay, so yeah, I'll probably eat KFC this Sunday. Now, back to the question, and this is why I try to tell everyone that's on my videos. I do not ban anyone. I'm all free. Whatever words you want to say towards me, do it. If you don't like my videos, hit the dislike button. This is my videos. Are not about becoming viral. It's all about trying to educate people. And if there are Fijians and African Americans there, because this is the whole idea of me making these videos, come onto my platform and read my thing and really want to be educated from a Samoan point of view about what I think, then go ahead. Ask the question, because that's the whole idea of me creating these videos, was to try to brainwash a lot of you African Americans out there and Fijians who have this idea or this ideology or in love with Polynesia, trying to make us Blasians when we're not, trying to claim us as part of your ancestors when we're not. That's the whole idea about me making these videos, is try to educate as many African Americans and Fijians out there about how we Samoans feel towards Fijians and black people. The real truth, None of this gay LGBT bullshit that you hear today. And I'll go to the question that this Fijian guy asked me. Can you show me from the Bible that God created a Samoan in the Pacific? Okay, firstly, let's stop with this Afrocentric sort of ideology that everything within the Bible shows that this is evidence of true. In the end of the day, the Bible, just like all this outer Taiwan theory, they're not part of our history. They're not part of our theology. They're not part of our belief system. Okay? And stop using the Bible as a reference. No, can you show me from the Bible that God created Fiji and the Pacific? All I can say this, right? Because I am a Christian, and I do believe in the existence of God. I do believe in Adam and Eve. And I do believe that in the beginning, when God created everything in the world, it was perfect. It was beautiful. And you might hate what I'm going to say right now, but God did put a curse on the human race. And if you really think, I don't say this in a bad way, a negative way, but I do believe that the people who are put in that black box are part of that curse. And if Samoans are black, then we are part of that curse. That we are part of the curse of Ham. Fijian is in the Pacific. No, it says, and it's so sad that our Pacific Islanders have no idea where their ancestors came from. As a Fijian, I know where my ancestors came from. Buddy, do you even read history? I've looked up so many things because Fijians make all these claims, right? And I will tell you the truth. There was a Fijian historian that spoke about this thing that you were talking about, and how the early Europeans came into Fiji and they found out that Fijians did not have a history. They did not have the same type of history as Samoa and Tonga. They had nothing. So what happened, right, was that the early Europeans, because they looked at Fijians and they thought, wow, they look just like Africans. So they made up a history of Fiji. And you might look in your own history and wonder, where did that Tunisia or whatever East Africa connection came from? It didn't came from the history of Fiji. It came through because Europeans made this lie up that you guys came from Africa, and now you guys keep saying it, and they kept spreading it in your school. And why did they do that? Because they thought you people looked exactly like people from East Africa. So no, you guys do not know your history. Melanesians still do not know their history. And unlike Samoans and Tongans, where we have a genealogy of all our ancestors and where they came from, Melanesia does not have that. My ancestors came through Asia to Solomon Islands. Again, the out of Taiwan theory, which a lot of Europeans made this lie, and a lot of Polynesians are now buying into this lie, when there's a lot of us Polynesians, like myself, who do not hold on to this. We never hold on to it, because the reason why I do not hold on to it, because I've seen what I know, for example, that Melanesians and both Southeast Asians are both very short people, very medium to light stature in the way they build. And we've also seen that if you do intermix the two races, like you see in Micronesia, you get Negritos, very short black people. You don't find that among Polynesians. You can go in all Polynesia, Tonga, Samoa, whatever, you'll never find small, short, black Negrito people. So you tell me, where do you think Samoans came from? I've done so many videos on here, and I've stated two things, and I will stick to it. Samoans came from Samoa, and Fijians can say that, beautiful. Africans can say that all Africans came from West Africa, beautiful. In fact, I say this, go down your history, and if your genealogy or your history only goes back 6,000 or 7,000 years, and it shows no connection to Melanesia or Southeast Asia, why not claim that? Only go as far as you can. And if there's more history or more evidence being brought forth to prove it, that your ancestors came from Asia or came from this place or that, then embrace it. But the honest truth, and I keep trying to tell this to African Americans and Fijians, is in the end of the day, instead of trying to claim another race that looks nothing like you, a culture that's nothing like your culture, why not try and embrace cultures or people that look like you or who are close to you? That's my whole point of making this video, is just to tell, especially African Americans, Africans and Fijians, stop putting out BS out there that we are Blasians or we are this or we are that. It's nothing, we're nothing to do with that. That's all, again, European theory and lies that they have told the masses. Just like the out of Africa theory, this whole idea that we all come out of Africa, that again, that is the most racist theology out there that you could ever come. And if any black people, African American, who preach that day in and day out, has no idea where the origin or where that belief came from. And it came from a Darwin system and a very, how do you say it, a very racist system where they try to make black people look like monkeys. And if I promise you this, if they found monkeys in Australia, then the Aboriginal people would have been the birth of the whole human race and not Africa. So that's what I'm going to say about that.